Hello and welcome to the Talkin' Yanks pregame show. No music, my bad. It's a home setup, 10 o'clock game. I wanted to go home. It's 7 p.m. I'm here. I'm BBD. Dan Rourke filling in for Jake today. Dan, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing pretty well. I mean, some people might think I'm not doing well with, the way the Yankees been playing lately, but it's all good because West Coast baseball tonight, bro. It only makes sense that we're going to turn it around. So I'm chilling. How are you?
It's a good time for a West Coast trip. If they're playing bad and they lose these games, like whatever, they're playing bad anyway right now. And if they continue playing bad, well, they got put on a West Coast trip during this time. So
Yeah, it's so weird too
it's
because it's
time
just
for
like a
excuses for
singular
you.
West Coast series, right? We got Seattle and then is it Boston this weekend?
Yeah, they went St. Louis to Seattle, and then straight back to Boston.
Yeah. Are
So
you a big West Coast trip guy? Are you a fan?
oh, not really.
Nah, I
They
like
have
the
their
first
they have their
one.
place. Yeah, this being a one-off where it's like, okay, I can like just these days of it. When we get like a full week or week and a half of like 10 o'clock games, it's like, well, I'm just gonna like be really tired and like get canker sores. I'm just not into
Yeah.
that.
It's usually the first one I enjoy. Like today, yo, not gonna lie, my day has kind of gone by pretty nice. It's like I do everything in a not rushing way. Like normally everything, and you probably same exact way for you. Like everything kind of revolves around like a 7:10 start time. Like about my day,
Yeah.
it's like, all right, gotta have this done in time so I can sit down on my couch by 6:55. Usually my deal. But like today, it's been kind of relaxing knowing that like I can just go about my day, live it fully, and then come 10 o'clock, watch a ball game. And I'm usually up to like usually around 1:30 is usually like my bedtime. So it kind of works out.
Yeah, don't
You know what I'm
just stay
saying?
up
But I'll
too
get
much
tired of it
later.
sooner or later.
Yeah.
Maybe
It
by the third
being
game.
just well, that's the beauty. The third game is at 4.
That's
So,
perfect.
so it's like
I'm
just
gonna
two
love this
10
trip then.
p.m.s. I can do two 10 p.m.s.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that works out.
Let's talk about the Yanks. You
That's
interested?
a good idea. I'm down. Talk some Yanks.
The lineup today: Jamison Tyone on the bump.
Yeah, he's got
DJ
to start pitching.
LeMahieu is leading off, playing first base, batting first, playing first. I like to say that. Aaron Judge is in the 2-hole. He will play right field, his traditional position, although more center field this year. Matt Carpenter batting third. He is the DH today. Josh Donaldson, who's swinging a good stick of late, he bats fourth. Gleyber Torres in the 5-hole. He'll play second base. Andrew Benintendi, left field. He's gotten it going with a few doubles. He will bat sixth. Jose Trevino behind the plate batting seventh. IKF batting eighth. And Aaron Hicks in center field batting ninth. Logan Gilbert on the bump for the Mariners. Any thoughts about the lineup today?
Yeah, I mean, obviously Rizzo is not in it, but I anticipate, I haven't seen this anywhere or heard it, but I figure, he's gonna probably be back this series, I would figure, because if not, like at some point you just want to like IL him. I mean, it's been 3 or 4 games now he's been out, so he's still in the lineup. That's fine. Yeah, I mean, I know we hit Gilbert well last time. We scored 6 runs off him. Jose Trevino went deep. Josh Donaldson went deep. Might allude to my homer draft pick later. We'll see. But yeah, I mean, it's fine for players that are in it. I like the alignment. I mean, my only complaint would have been Donaldson batting cleanup, but Glaber's been really struggling lately, so I really don't know who else you would put there. So I guess I got no complaints for what we got going right now.
All right. I switched to the worst microphone because this one's being quiet and I don't feel like fiddling with it when I can't actually hear it myself. Chat's telling me it's quiet. I read the lineup. You guys know what it is. All right. Yeah, no, Rizzo's tough.
He went deep off Gilbert last game too.
That's true. And I need to fix one thing in the description. Bang, save. Yeah, I'm excited. They got to Gilbert last time, and Glaber took him deep last time, right? So that can go either way. There's like a little bit of I'm not scared of you anymore, guy. But also like, oh, maybe he'll just find it and was giving a different look last week, sort of like what we think Cole was trying to do.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm honestly not like concerned about the offense just in general with this team. I tweeted it out yesterday. My really only like thing, if I were to have a concern, and it is a legitimate concern for me, it's the bullpen. Like I think, like if I was a betting man, I would put money on the Yankees taking a lead tonight. And even though Tyone looked rough in his last start, he was starting to kind of look like he was turning it around. I think the 2 starts prior to that. So like I haven't lost all faith in him. So, me
Yeah.
being optimistic, maybe he can give us hell. If he gives us 5 innings of like even 3 runs tonight, I'll take that. I trust the offense to do well enough to win. But the bullpen, man, I think that's kind of my only concern. But if the bullpen does hold up, I think we come out with a W tonight, which is kind of necessary. I mean, what are we on? 5 straight losses now?
Yeah, 5 in a row, first 5-game loser of the season. And yeah, the
Yeah.
bullpen definitely they're not at their best right now. The depth. I mean, I suppose the depth isn't being tested as much anymore. Chapman's
Yeah.
back looking closer to normal every appearance. Liza
Honestly, dude,
is
it really
in the
just comes down to
mix.
Clay Holmes, and I feel bad saying that, but we're at the point now where it's not just one of those like when he blew the game. What was his first blown save? That was against the Reds, where he just had a complete meltdown, right? And he got like booed off the
Yeah,
mound. I think like we actually had the pregame show after that where I was saying like, man, don't boo Clay Holmes, like just one game, whatever. Now we're past it being just one game. Like it's been a few games now where I think there is like reason to be slightly worried about him. Not just a matter of like the results, but like leaving pitches up in the zone. The sinker, just from the eye test alone, doesn't seem to have as much break as we saw earlier in the season. I don't have any like stats or anything to back that
yeah,
up, but just from the eye test, doesn't look as good, doesn't look as sharp. And what I was hearing even from Plouffe this morning on Baseball Today, maybe it was Rose, I forget. August is like relievers consider August like the toughest month possible, which probably just goes with every baseball player, I guess. But
yeah.
like
I
by
think it's
this
a
point,
common
like
theme.
if you're going to be burnt out, like this is probably going to be the month. So on one hand, I'm like, all right, the Yankees have 9.5 game lead still. No need for like to label this a must win or anything. But you don't want to be, if we blow a game tonight, I won't be happy.
Yeah, you need tonight is a pretty important one to win. Clay, he had that blow up game in Cincy that we were all fine with. He's done enough
Yeah, it
to
just
earn that
happens.
one. And he had 5 in a row where it ended up fine, but walking a few more guys than we've seen. I mean, overall, like they're fine numbers during that stretch. And then, yeah, back to back multi run outings here. So whenever his next appearance is, it's got to be clean. He has only pitched once in August. So hopefully they're getting him a little more rest. Trevino has been solid. Efros, the 3-run homer, notwithstanding, has
Yeah.
been good and they just add length to the bullpen. Hopefully Chapman keeps looking good.
Which
Guy
is
there,
huge. I mean, Chapman looking good is something that
yeah.
like if he wasn't looking good, like then I really would be like my concern level would be even higher, obviously. But like him
Yeah,
looking good, it actually like it does calm me down just a little bit because like this is obvious when he's on, like
yeah.
Chapman's good. And
He
if he's
still
still gonna
he still doesn't look like Chapman, but a
yeah.
couple
But
clean
hey, I'll
sheets in a row.
exactly I'll take that, bro, especially with the state of the bullpen right now. So and even the
Yeah,
other day, I mean, I think when Holmes pitched the 8th, Boone said afterwards, like Chapman was gonna get the 9th. So the Yankees are trusting him again too.
yeah. I think, and it's a bigger conversation come when we get closer to the playoffs. But if Chapman's looking good, I don't care as much about the closer role. I think Clay Holmes is equipped for a 4-out appearance coming for the 7th, 8th, and I'm comfortable with Chapman in the 9th. Some people aren't in the playoffs. If Chapman's looking good again,
Yeah, I would say if he's
obviously
looking good,
we're
like
not there yet.
word,
But
yeah,
and
especially if Clay continues to struggle. But yeah,
that we skipped over what to watch for a little bit. I just want to win. I don't know. Do you have a specific what to watch for you've got?
I mean, I feel like my theme this whole episode is kind of going to be like Josh Donaldson, man, like kind of needs to keep it going a little bit. Now his hot streak hasn't been like anything too crazy. I think it's like what's considered good for him is over his last 7 games at like a 785 OPS, which is nice. Hell, I think we at this point would take that with Donaldson the rest of the way. Homered off
Yeah,
Gilbert in his last in the first game they played against him. That and cleanup. He kind of has to hit because if he's not hitting, then you can just pitch around Judge and Carpenter to get to him. Then you have Glaber right behind him, who's also really not hitting, at least as of late. But yeah, so I think just what to watch for Josh Donaldson. If he comes through, might be sitting pretty.
would
Hopefully.
love. I think it's a good call. He's someone I would be considering for that in August. Under 300, which don't care about batting average, but 924 OPS in 6 games in August and a few extra base hits. If he can homer tonight or this series, then he's full blown like hot, I think.
Yeah.
Another
Word.
extra
So in
base hit
August,
goes a
he's at
long way.
924 OPS, you're saying?
Yeah, his last 6 games, he's has hits in 4 of the 6 games, extra base hits in 2 of those.
Word. I must have screwed him over, bro, for putting in that 7th game because I've did like last 7 games on Fangraphs. It showed like a 785 OPS. So I apologize, Josh, for that.
Ooh,
Last 6 games. All right, word. I mean, that's technically hot in my mind, but I agree. Yo, if he has a good
yeah,
game tonight, like that cements it. Like Josh Donaldson, like then you can maybe get a little excited because,
yeah,
dude,
he's like confirmed hot then.
yeah, like because with the healthy lineup and even still as of now, like there's talk like he may not even be on the postseason roster, let alone the lineup. Like if he starts to hit, never know.
Yeah, we were saying, talk around the office, like what's their best lineup, and Josh still, I guess, currently isn't in that. I mean, Rizzo's out right now, so that changes things. But come the playoffs,
Oh, so are you
and
talking like healthy or just like
yeah, like if
current
if
roster?
healthy, the team we can like expect to be available for the playoffs. If
Yeah.
Donaldson has a big August, he's in that group. So
Yeah. No, I mean, I would, he'd be in consideration for me. My big thing with like the best lineup possible in October is I do wonder what the outfield situation is going to be. Only
yeah,
because if you're going to get Carpenter in there, are you DHing him? Is Stanton playing the outfield? If that's the case, how's Bader getting in there? Because the way Hicks is playing lately, I mean, I know I think he had like 3 hits yesterday or 2 hits, whatever it was.
yeah, he'd be the
Like,
odd man out today. He's my what to watch for today. Let's get
is he?
get a get a hit today, and let's like
That's
it's
right.
the over 32 is behind us.
Yeah, I
Like,
hear you. But like, unless Hicks really starts to turn it around, I mean, I don't see the Bader move. It's just like, all right, pinch runner off the bench and like solid or elite defense late in the game. Like to me, bro, like we're talking best lineup possible for October. Like
yeah.
I think I would try to have Bader in that. But
I mean,
then you could also
when
go
you
the other
go
route
to
of
when you go to the trouble of making that move, it'll be weirdly disappointing if he's not starting, because he hits at a league
he slugged
average, just above
460
league
last year.
average level. Like he has a little thump to his bat, nothing crazy,
Yeah.
but he'll hit some doubles, he'll run into some homers, and he plays elite defense.
Yeah. And
Sucks he can't walk right now.
What I've heard from Cardinals fans is that when he gets hot, like he's fun as hell to watch and like he can go on a run. So maybe he comes back, whatever it is, early September, mid-September, and like if he can go on a run, carry that into October, like how can you not put him in the lineup? Like even if he's just like a league average hitter with elite
Yeah,
defense speed, and if Hicks is still struggling, like how does that work?
yeah. Hicks, hard to envision him not being just like the odd man out. You can talk yourself into Carpenter being a pinch hitter off the bench as like a lefty guy for when, like, I don't know if it's IKF or one of the catchers or
Mm,
whatever. Because I think if he's in the lineup, it's a conversation for another time, I guess. But if he's in the
yeah,
lineup, then you don't have like a lefty power pinch hitter off the bench. It would
right.
be Hicks.
I mean,
But at the same time, if he's still swinging a good bat, you need to get him 3 at bats. Because
yeah, I mean, it could come down to I don't even know what the splits are with Carpenter, but it could come down like in the end, like something as simple as just like righty lefty platoon. Like if you want to, I mean, you could keep him as a bench piece or bat off the bench against lefties, start Bader against righties or against lefties, and then vice versa. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, I think I've heard Bader's better against righties somehow. I'm terrified. I have no
Really?
idea if the Yankees are terrified to ever play Stanton in the outfield again this year. I have no idea.
I wouldn't be shocked.
But that it'll be alluded to it a little bit. The pitching path to victory. Jamison Tyone needs a good outing. And I'd love if the bullpen was in a slightly better state. I'd love to say just get him 5 clean and let's get him out of there with a good win. Kind of need him to give a 6th if he's rolling, but I'll pencil him in for 5.
Has James Smythe posted the bullpen budget yet on Twitter?
I don't know if
Haven't
he's
looked from there.
posted it yet, but I'm looking at some pitch count stuff. I would
Who's like
assume
the available go-tos tonight? Do you
I think everyone's available besides Abreu and Wandy if they need it. Efros threw 21 yesterday. I think they would avoid him. Lou
Probably.
Trevino has pitched back to back. He's got to be unavailable. So I would say Clay Holmes, Chapman, Litke. I never know what the deal is with him. They're for sure available. They haven't pitched. They didn't pitch yesterday. Ron Marinaccio very much being missed right now.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
then,
so I mean, I'd say give me
yeah,
JMO for 5 minimum, and I feel like Licky will be in at some point 1+, and then I
they
guess
have
you
to
go,
use him, right?
yeah, and Chapman didn't throw yesterday, right? Or did he?
Chapman did not pitch yesterday.
All right,
13
so
pitches Saturday. Didn't pitch the 4 games
right.
prior to that. So
So
he's
if I
good
had
to
to
go.
guess, I think it's going to ultimately be Tyone, to Licky to Chapman to Holmes. That'd be my guess, and I'd be cool with that.
Feels
We'll
like
see how Licky does, but
maybe they go back to Johnny for a 1-out situation, like to get out of an inning, but I don't need to
talk
see
about
that.
bullpen concerns, man. Like he's back up there for me. I thought like coming back off the IL, I was like, all right, you know, he looked good at first, but
Yeah, he looked
kinda
like
concerning.
marginally better, and now I'm kind of, especially when they send down Marinaccio. Not that I'm dying to not have Johnny on the team, but he has an option.
He does have
It's
an
like
option. Yeah.
the Yankees have done it before, where they send a guy down and just like go fix yourself for 3 weeks, and we'll get you back.
We saw, I mean, with Chad Green, who like, you know, Loizaga had a great year last year, but when Green was sent down, he was already more established than Loizaga is right now. He had like 3 good years in a row.
He was coming
Loizaga
off.
just won.
Yeah, he was coming off the back-to-back really good years, and they sent him down for 3 weeks, a month, whatever it was, and he was
and it worked out
good the rest of the way. Like I don't think, with how good Marinaccio has been pitching, how trusted a role he's been in it, I would have, if you had to do something, I would have sent down Johnny, I think. But the more I've thought about it, that's tough.
Do you see like that same path though, like kind of Tyone, Licky, Chapman, Holmes?
It's kind of has to be, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I
mean, maybe Johnny for one out. But yeah, everyone else, they pitched kind of a lot yesterday.
Yeah, let me just.
Efros, I guess, could give you one. I think they'd rather get him a day of rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's it, bro.
Yeah. That brings us to Homer Draft. It's the Homer
Draft.
Homer Draft and the pregame show as a whole. Brought to you by SeatGeek. Use code pregame for $20 off your first order. I went to a game, it was over a week ago now. Use SeatGeek. Obviously, they tell you if you're getting a good deal, green bubbles, red bubbles, it's a good time. Green means good. Red means bad. Concerts, Broadway shows. Went to one last week. I didn't pay for the tickets. I don't know if the person who paid for me used SeatGeek.
I bet they did, though. I'm sure they did.
If they were smart, they did. It felt like a green bubble seat. I'll tell you that much.
I had a green bubble seat. My first Yankee game of the season 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Went out to the Royals. Yeah, first time.
We were at the same game. I wanted to find you. I was at that game. I was sitting in the twos
when it was raining.
Yeah, but it was raining, so we just kind of like hung out under cover. It's like I don't feel like moving.
But I did. I showed up via SeatGeek. So yeah, use SeatGeek.
Dan, we have a clean sheet. First game of the series. You have the first pick.
Yeah. So if it wasn't obvious already, I'm going with Josh Donaldson. I think kind of what I've been saying this whole time. He needs to stay hot. Homered off Logan Gilbert in his last start against us. And, he kind of just needs it. We need it. So Josh Donaldson going deep today.
I like that. 3-game set.
So you get 2 in a row now, right? That's how it works.
I get 2 selections.
See, bro, I'm starting to understand this now.
Glaber got Gilbert last time. I'll take Glaber. On the other side of that, if Aaron Judge is available, you'd be smart to select him. Didn't homer in the Cardinal series. Still, his stats, like every time you look, it's crazy. It didn't feel like he had like a big series. He had that hit game 3. He batted 385 with just under a 500 on base. Right. Dude's just a monster.
Yeah.
9 teams pitch around him a little more now.
Yeah, I want him to get he's creeping towards that 400 OBP, which is like the one benchmark of the season he hasn't climbed over yet, I don't think, besides maybe like the first week of the season.
Yeah, with any sort of real sample to it.
Yeah. So we're getting there, I think, with Judge. It's nuts. Like, you're so right, dude. You think like, I guess it's just when he doesn't homer, you just assume he's like in not a slump, but like he didn't have an amazing series. Then you check, it's like, oh no, the average is still right at that 301. OPS is still at the 1.
Walked a bunch, played good defense. He runs the bases well. So I love Aaron Judge always, but yeah, he's due for a homer.
Yeah, word. So now it's my turn, correct?
Your turn. You have one final pick.
I was gonna go with Trevino, but I'm gonna avoid that just because it's kind of stick with the same theme as Donaldson, because he also went deep off Gilbert, if I remember correctly, last time out. I'm gonna go with, and this is kind of a hot take, because he only has 3 homers this year and none for the Yankees so far. Andrew Benintendi is gonna go deep for his first Yankee bomb of this season.
I like it.
He's
I
been
like it.
kind
I
of
thought about him.
yeah. He had a nice what was it 2 hits yesterday, and he had like a double the other night. So I don't know if we want to call it like he's hot yet, but like in terms of getting a few hits under your belt, feeling comfortable, like he's probably in a better spot now than he was like 4 days ago. So probably a little
Yeah,
more relaxed at a
he's
bomb.
looking better. Let's see. He has a double off of Logan Gilbert in his
How do
history.
you, yo? I feel like I'm so done with this stuff. How do you find player versus pitcher history or batter versus pitcher history? Like, what site are you using?
The
Stathead.
best the stat head is good if you're looking for like long term stuff. Or like every time we bring up a pitcher and on the show and I want to see what Trev hit against him, I use stat head for like really quick, like seeing like Logan Gilbert versus everyone on the Yankees. ESPN's really good at it.
Really?
ESPN's website like kind of drives me nuts sometimes.
I use ESPN baseball for one thing, and that's because they're pretty good with the PNG headshots, which I'll save
Yeah,
off
those are
there a lot.
nice.
Yeah, but besides, I wouldn't have thought about that. That's good to know.
Yeah, they're if you look like at the pitcher, they have a bat versus pitch tab, and then all the you can select a team, and it just has all the players there real easy. So it'd be
Word.
like it was really helpful for me actually in the Homer draft last year. Be like,
Mm,
all right, I see a pitcher I kind of want to target. Let's see who he's playing, who has homers off him.
right, right. So
So
you
that was
looked at
fun.
Benintendi and you saw he has faced Gilbert. What did he do?
He's 1 for 8, but the one's a double.
Okay,
So
sounds good
yeah,
to me. Yeah, Benintendi. That's my number 2 pick.
Trevino, Rizzo, and Donaldson have homered off him before.
Yeah,
Donaldson's 2 for 2, double and a homer.
word.
Okay.
Nice.
Think that brings us to the over under, which the line tonight is 8 flat.
I'm taking the over. Taking the over. Wait, that's a thing? 8 flat. I thought it always had to be like and a half.
No. It can be a flat number. You can push if it's exactly going to be exactly that. We've had a couple pushes this year.
I'll take the over.
I
So I
think I'm
anticipate the
with
Yankees
you.
offense kind of going off, and like if my plan six accordingly, Tyone's giving up 3. So assume the Yankees score.
At least 5.
Yeah, I guess if I'm going over though, I'd want them to score at least 6, and then Tyone gets up
JMO
3. You know what?
goes
Yeah,
5-3, and
yeah. Or if the Yankees score 5, JMO gives up 3, and then maybe somebody out of the pen gives up a run. That probably would be Loizaga or whoever. Who knows?
yeah,
I'll go
bullpen
over.
gives up 1 tonight.
That's what I'm saying. I'll
I'll
give him
see it.
Alicia 1 run. We'll allow that.
Yeah, I'm with you on the over. Second, they're seeing Gilbert again. They just saw their bullpen guys again. I think the Yankees are ready to hit. They had like the 2-game malaise in St. Louis and sort of broke out yesterday. So I think it's time.
Yep. I'm with that.
Do you
See,
have
I
any
got a mustache
premonitions
coming
this
in.
season? Ooh, I see a
A little
little. I
bit. Do
see
you
a
kind
little
of notice
something,
it?
something.
Kind of. Yeah.
It like it, truthfully in this light, it's like like I can't tell if it's just the lighting or
The
not,
light
but
isn't
like
doing it
I
justice.
see
It is
something.
blonde, but you can see a little something
I see
there.
it a little more. Like it feels like you could just be like tilted down a little. But
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's I'm working on it. You know, my family doesn't have a too big a history of facial hair, but
neither
speaking
does
of facial
mine.
hair,
This kind of just sort of happened one day. It's fine.
I think Matt Carpenter is going to have himself a homerless yet good game just because he
Ooh,
continues to just be insane. Kind of a cliche premonition, but for anybody who's watched me on the pregame show, my probably 4 or 5 times now being on here. I think this is my
something like
worst
that.
category, my least strong suit or my weakness, one might say. So for a very cliche one, yeah, that's my pick. Matt Carpenter gonna have a
Gonna
nice
have a
game,
good
but
game.
I'm not predicting a homer or anything. Or else I would have picked him in the homer draft.
Yeah, thought about him for the homer draft. I sort of see a double down the line in his
Mm.
game tonight. I
By the way, how sick was the his ovation in St. Louis? That was
That was
awesome. Like,
cool.
and that made me
Dude,
realize like how good he actually was. I mean, I knew he was solid for them,
yeah,
but he had
3
some really
All-Star
good
games.
years. Yeah, dude. Like he was
That's a
awesome.
town that
So
like loves their guys, and he was like
yeah,
kind of like league wide. He was underrated while he was there, and
yeah,
I think the city of St. Louis resonates with that.
yep.
Um, my girlfriend's family is from St. Louis, so I've heard some St. Louis
I've
stuff.
heard St. Louis people are awesome. Like I heard they're very nice.
I've one I like very much.
Good point.
Yeah. And her family, they're all lovely. My friend Elliot's from St. Louis. Shout out Elliot. Ooh. Oh, I have Glaber making kind of a nice little backhand.
Okay.
Like a little bit of a short hop. I don't think it's like a running thing. It skips a little backhand, spit it over. The defense has been a little shakier lately, and I think he makes a nice play tonight.
All right, that's inspired me to do something like kind of specific and random. JMO will have a stretch where he retires. Not that this is insanely amazing, but it'd be nice. 7 straight batters, he will retire at some point tonight. Is that specific enough for you? You like that?
I love that.
Let's go. Let's go.
I gotta incorporate some streaks in my premos. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I did. I mean, maybe that's my. Oh, I gotta stand up now. I have like a wall here. I might hit.
Everyone check out Floorball, check out everything, John Boy Media, blah, 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 blah.